It was the strikers in Holland, Ernesto Hoest and Peter Ernst. He was a good friend of mine. And okay, when I started, he was still fighting low level, but he became this freaking unbelievable striker. Um, Rob Kamen, Milo Goebli, all the guys from Majiro Gym. I mean, there were so many. Ramon Dekkers, when he came on the scene. I mean, I fought on the same card as he fought one time, all the way in the beginning. And he was fighting before me. Imagine that. And I remember my buddy called me, and I was in the dressing room getting ready because in 3 fights I had my fight. I was warming up, and he says, "Bas, you got to come and watch." I said, "No, I got a fight coming up." He said, "No, you want to see this kid? It's crazy." And we see him, and he has a little mullet. I never forget, skinny guy. And he fought a guy like 7 years older. He was like 17. So fighting a 25 or a 24-year-old, there was a big difference. The guy also was heavier. In Holland, they don't really look like that, Oh, he's fighting was over 10 pounds? That's nothing in Holland. Whatever, they fight anyway, And I'm looking, and I look at my buddy, and I go like, dude, this kid's going to get killed. And my buddy goes like, just wait. And he's going, the Thai music was there. And he gives the guy a low kick, and he kicked him horizontal, and he fell on the ground.
Wow.
And the guy got up, and I was like, holy crap, where did that come from? I got goosebumps now. I mean, he was so skinny, and the amount of torque that he had on his kicks, and I started analyzing everything. And then, when I saw Mike Tyson, I go, wait a minute, what are these two having in common? Because they called him the Mike Tyson of Thai boxing. That's how powerful he is. And Mike Tyson loves this guy also. Because I showed Mike a highlight reel, and he goes like, holy crap. It's just insane. And he and Mike Tyson, what they do is they use their upper body rotation. And they're not blading like a lot of fighters are. They're standing wide open. And because they're wide open, now you almost have equal power in your left and in your right. Your jab becomes a straight punch. You can open with a left hook. You can't open when you left hook if you're standing in a bladed position. You can, but you're going to have to load up or set it up with a cross, right? But just starting. And how do you block low kicks? How do you check low kicks? How do you counter kicks to the body? If I stand in one line and I can't check low kicks. I can't counter the kicks to the body. So I started changing my whole style and getting very open. And then everybody would say, yeah, but you're a wide target. I said, well, every person that I know that fights like this, like Mike Tyson, did he ever go down to the body? Ramon Dekkers, did he ever go down to the body? Chuck Liddell, did he ever go to I didn't ever go down to the body. No, we're wide open. Why is nobody doing it? If it's so easy, you see what I mean? But the thing is this, is you get used to that, because people see it as an open target. So your defense automatically becomes better. I always use this example. Amir Perez is a very good friend of mine, close friend of mine. He's a Krav Maga guy. He was my sparring partner as well. This guy is a different level. He was always the guy who always showed up. Kyokushin champion in Israel, Navy SEAL. I mean, freaking real tough guy. First time I picked him up from his gym, he was sparring. Krav Maga sparring. They were full contact. This was a different dojo where they all went full contact as well. And they were kicking each other. They included kicking to the balls. They were trying to knock each other out, kicks to the balls. Wow. And I'm looking at him, and I go, okay, this is all next level stuff. But guess what? Nobody got kicked in the balls. And you know why nobody got kicked in the balls? Because nobody likes to get kicked in the balls. So the defense automatically becomes better. And that example I always use with being open. Now yes, I'm a wider target, but all the powers I have in return for it, it's like, it's 20 to 1, wow. Because this is the only thing they can say. Movement, nobody can tell me if I stand in a square box and my left foot is in the left top corner and the right foot is in the right bottom corner, that I can move equally forward, backwards, and to the side. You can't do that if you're blading. Very good for lateral movement, but not for back, not for lateral movement. You see what I mean? Yeah. So this is just in the middle. So if you start breaking these things down, nobody can come to me and say, oh, boss, but if you're bleeding, you do this. No, it's not. Not even in boxing. I believe that this is just a better way. But hey, listen, I'm very biased because I did it myself. Yeah. But, everybody that I know has a tremendous success with it. And if you don't want a complete style, I always tell people, I say, at least at the moment you want to knock somebody out, switch to that stance. Because that's once you start throwing with equal power, that's a whole different animal. Now with jab, if you jab me, I'll eat your jab. I trade it for a cross. I don't acknowledge it. It's a jab. It's not going to do anything, right? It's straight. My jab is not a jab. It's a straight punch. You better block that punch. You see, so it's easier to create openings, because if I throw with a power shot at your head, guess what? Your defense, you have to go up. You have to defend it, which will open up the body. That's my next target, you see? So everything becomes better. I truly believe that in a couple of years from now, we will see way more fighters fighting exactly like that.